over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Good evening and welcome to Jack Smith Park for the penultimate round of the 2026 RAA NPLSA. Tonight's clash sees second place Birkalla taking on 8th place West Adelaide. Birkalla needing to keep the pressure on the top of the table. Adelaide City and could take top spot if Adelaide City draw or lose to Playford tonight. West Adelaide safe from relegation and trying to keep their slim hopes of finals football alive. Sitting outside the top 6 by 4 points with 6 points to play for. I am your commentator, Mark Talbot, and thank you for joining me on the FFSA League's YouTube channel. We will go through the starting lineups just momentarily. We will start with the home side. West Torrens Birkalla. Number 4, Kane Vidmar. Number 5, Jared Clark. Number 7, Tyrese Conway. Number 8, George Blackwood. Number 13, Zoe Sakani. Number 14, Nathan Anajanto. Number 16, Alex Sakonis. Number 18, Yohei Matsumoto. Number 20, goalkeeper and captain, Nicholas Harpus. Number 22, Alan Walsh. And number 27, Austin Ayubi. Your starting lineup for the visitors this evening, West Adelaide. Number 2, June Otter. Number 3, Alex Banjak. Number 4, Luca Fabrizio. Number 5, Diego De Oliveira. Number 9, Riley Stam. Number 10, Dion Kirk. Number 11, Ali Reyes Muradi. Number 14, Maxim Ivanic. Number 15, Lionel Muhitira. Number 42, Connor Golan. And number 45, goalkeeper and captain, Jackson O'Donnell. Your referees for this evening's clash. The man in the middle, Dennis Pelagier, is ably assisted by Nick Elligan and Luca Costello. As both teams make their way out to the middle, we'll now go through the benches for both sides, starting with Birkalla. Number 1, Julian Torrenson on the bench. Number 2, Adam Lacornu. Number 6, Ryan Yates. Number 10, Dylan Clason-Thomas. Number 11, Zakari Abdullahi. And number 26, Amir Ibrahim. And rounding out the bench for West Adelaide, number 7, James Odenwalder. Number 12, Keja Stresta. Number 13, Luka Dobrovolski. Number 18, Alex Simopoulos. Number 19, Siddiqui Dukuli. And number 20, Benjamin Hughes, as both teams just do their precursor handshake before the match, which will then lead us straight into the captains making their way to the referees for the coin toss. There is plenty of action around the grounds this evening, with the expected weather to change over the weekend. Some games have been moved to this evening. One of those was Adelaide Comets taking on Metro Stars. That game kicked off at 6:15 this evening. Currently in the 85th minute, Adelaide Comets 1-0 down to Metro Stars. And the other game that is of importance this evening for Birkalla in particular, Adelaide City and Playford currently playing out a 0-0 draw, 28 minutes in. As we'll see, the teams switch around from their usual, or Birkalla's usual half. They do tend to stay the side of the pitch they're currently on, but they are going to be switching around this evening. As both teams in their final huddle before kick-off. Should be an enticing game this evening between these two sides. Like I said, both teams have something to play for so late in the season. West Adelaide trying to capture that 6th position. They are currently 4 points behind Croydon in 6th. So they will need to catch them. They need to hope that Croydon lose the last 2 games, so we'll keep an eye on those results. However, we are about to get this game underway here at Jack Smith Park, and thank you for joining me as Birkalla in the traditional black and yellow will kick off from left to right as Zoe Sakani gets us underway. West Adelaide in there all white this evening, and that's long for Matsumoto looking for Sakani, met by Muhatira. Otter goes long looking for Stam, and Clark will cut that one out. Austin Ayubi there, nods that back to Vidmar, and he's happy to go all the way back to Nicholas Harpus. Here's Jared Clark. Zakonis goes long and wide looking for Conway. It's cut out by Muradi on that far side, now for a throw-in. Birkalla. Welcome Blackwood back into the starting lineup this week, as he was not in the squad last week, and that's cleared by Gollan. They still managed to come away with the 1-0 win over Playford last week without Blackwood, as Classen Thomas scoring the only goal of the game and winner in the end, to make it 1-0. As Sakonis comes away with it, fouled by Dion Kirk. Blackwood with 19 goals this season. He is sitting top of the goal scoring charts. As that's looking for Conway, but cut out by Muradi. Sorry, 18 goals so far this season, apologies. Almost averaging a goal a game for the season. West Adelaide's leading goal scorer is Maxim Ivanic, currently sitting in third place. With 13 goals, along with Andre Carl and Yuki Katano from Adelaide City. As that's all the way back to Harpus, and he goes short to Alan Walsh. Walsh able to turn and go forward and finds Blackwood. He's met quickly by De Oliveira. That'll be a very good battle between the two this evening. Here's Maxim Ivanic now. Goes wide, crossed in, first time, cleared by Clark. Gollan coming around that far post, and Clark in the right place at the right time to clear from that cross by Riley Stam on the far side. West Adelaide playing with a 4-3-3, along with playing Dion Kirk in the 10 role. With Fabrizio and De Oliveira sitting. There is Gollan now on the ball, he slips, gives the ball away to Sakani. Sakani then comes wide to Austin Ayubi. Austin Ayubi stops dead in his tracks and sees Gollan run past him. He's able to keep the ball. Here is Ayubi now, goes wide to Matsumoto. Matsumoto looks to go line and find Ayubi, does so. Ayubi now crosses first time. Here it is, cleared by Muradi. And as far as Conway. Great clearance in the end from Muradi, able to get it away from Blackwood, who was lurking. And Birkalla win the ball back. Welsh surveys his options, decides to go on a jaunt himself. Looks to get inside, but cut out there by West Adelaide, but only as far as Conway, Sakonis, Anajanto, great little play there. Here's Welsh, finds Blackwood. Blackwood now looking for Conway, but cut out there by Muradi, and then he's able to find Gollan, and Gollan's able to get away from the box. Gets past Sakani, goes inside and finds De Oliveira, and happy to keep the ball and go back to Banjak, and now Muhatira. Muhatira, mid-season signing from Metro Stars on loan. as that's long looking for standing behind, but Vidmar's going to cut that one out and gets the ball back under pressure from Stan. Stan does well to keep it in, but only as far as Welsh. Now Welsh for Birkalla. Blackwood able to turn away from Fabrizio. Birkalla now happy to keep the ball. Here's Welsh. Seeing lots of the ball early. Comes wide this side. Looking for the overlap of Matsumoto, but Matsumoto didn't make that run. West Adelaide will take the throw and get the ball moving quickly. Here's Banjak on the ball for West Adelaide. Keeps it short. Here's Otter. Goes back to Banjak. Banjak goes long. Finds the Oliveira away from Sakonis. Plays in Maradi on the far side. Maradi ever willing to get forward from that fullback role. Crosses deep, looking for Kirk. Finds him. Kirk back across to Stam. Stam down for Golan. Golan hits it first time. Takes a deflection. It falls kindly for Harpers in goal. That was the first shot of the evening for West Adelaide. And Harpers able to deal with it. The deflection did help him. It slowed the shot down. But great little play there from West Adelaide. Clark. Weighs up his options. He looks for Austin Ayubi in behind, up against Banjak. Banjak gets there first, and Austin Ayubi's happy to see that one out for a corner. First one for the evening. It will allow the tall timber of Birkalla to get forward. Vidmar forward, Welsh forward, Nathan Janto forward to join Blackwood and Zakani. Plenty of height in this Birkalla team. Sakonis has come across to take this one. Out swinger. Goes far post. Everyone goes up, but cleared by West Adelaide. And Golan's the first one onto it, and he's able to get away from Welsh. Golan now goes inside and finds the Oliveira. He looks for the switch, looking for Stan, but he's not hit that one well at all, and it's going to go through to Harpers. Get us back underway. Find AUV back to Sakonis. Clark. Birkalla happy to keep the ball. Both teams have settled relatively quickly in this game. After only 7.5 minutes being played. That's Lyon looking for Blackwood. Blackwood now in behind. Blackwood hits it first time and sends that one wide of O'Donnell's upright. First shot there for Birkalla. Not on target, but a sighter for Blackwood. Scoreboard check is all thanks to One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. And there are no changes in those games that I mentioned earlier. And in the HPG Home State League 1, Cove are currently leading its Raiders 1-0 as that approaches half-time. Runs it back for Birkalla and goes long looking for Blackwood in behind him. Blackwood gets there in front of Mateo, cuts it back, but only as far as Fabrizio, and he clears through Maradi. Maradi tries to find Kirk, but cut out by Anajanto, and then knocked out a play for a throw-in on the far side. Stan holds it, tries to get the flick for Kirk, but Clark gets there first. He just knocks it long and clears and hopes Zakani can get there. And Maradi's under a bit of pressure from Zakani. And Zakani does well to knock that out for a throw-in and not a goal kick. Kirk with the flick, but as far as Anajanto, who goes backwards to Clark, and Clark deals with that well, as it didn't exactly bounce kindly for him. And he finds finds himself some space. Does well. Here's Ayubi. Back to Clark. Clark inside to Sakonis, but not quite the same page, and De Oliveira picks it up. Banjak then looks to find Otter in this near side. He does so, and he plays line. Golan inside to Kirk with some space now. Well played from West Adelaide. Over the top looking for Stam. Stam's onto it in front of Clark. Can't turn quick enough, and Matsumoto comes back and covers. Here's Welsh. Back to Matsumoto. And that's out for a throw in. Some great play there from West Adelaide to get in behind. I've noticed this pitch can get a little bit slippery even without the rain. Can get a little bit slippery underfoot. As that's inside to Ayubi. He loses out. Here's Ivanic. He's going to hit it. Does so. Harper deals with it. Parries it out. Here's now Fabrizio. He crosses, hangs it up. Cleared by Welsh. And West Adelaide with a great opportunity there, and Harper's up to the task. That's going to go back. Stays in. Can Fabrizio keep it in? No, he can't, and it's out for a goal kick in the end. These two sides have met in the top flight 32 times previously before this season. Birkalla only winning 8 of those games, drawing 4 of them, losing 20. However, that would be 9. That would be 9 because they could win earlier this season. 2-1 thanks to a Blackwood brace that day. Great touch there from Sakani. Conway now loses out to Muhatira. Welsh wins it back. Here's Sakani. Conway. Sakani again. Back to Conway. He then goes wide to Blackwood on the far side. Blackwood now up against De Oliveira. Cuts inside. Goes back to Conway, who managed to find his way back on side, and then unfortunately Vic gives it away to Muhatira, and Birkalla win the throw again. Here's Anajanto. He's going to go all the way back to Clark, and Clark is going to be able to face forward. He goes long looking for Blackwood, but cleared by Otter, and Golan further cleared, but no one to hit, and Riley Stam might make something of this. He does. Fends off Clark well. Riley Stam now, faced by 3, finds Fabrizio in some space. Back to De Oliveira. De Oliveira hits it first time, and just over the bar. Another great opportunity there for West Adelaide. De Oliveira unable to keep his shot down. Harper's just watched that one go over the bar, but not by much. Great transition there from West Adelaide, and seems to be their playing style so far in this game as we tick over 13 minutes. Apply the pressure when needed and try and transition quickly, as that's met by Otter and out for a throw-in. Matsumoto goes along with that throw and finds Ayubi in behind Banjak. Banjak recovers. Here's Ayubi now. Unable to turn away, but wins the ball back. Goes inside and finds Sakonis. Kirk wins that back to West Adelaide. Here's Stam, goes inside looking for Ivanic. He then looks for Kirk, but cut out by Matsumoto. And here's Anajanto now for Birkalla on the left-hand side. Conway now. Cuts inside. Very well dealt with there by Maradi, and then he goes line, but cut out by Blackwood. There's going to be a great battle out there on that side of the park between Conway and Maradi, both players looking to get forward. And both players have got some pace about them. Welsh wins that flick to Conway. Here is Conway on the ball, goes inside, but cut out again, and now West Adelaide have possession. Ivanic looks to go past Anajanto, does so, met by Vidmar now. Vidmar wins the tackle and wins possession. Goes inside and finds Welsh in some space. Welsh finds Sakani. He's looking for Ayubi. Great little touch there from Ayubi, and Sakani picks it up. He's now able to run. Finds Ayubi with a delightful pass. Here's Ayubi, crosses, looking for Conway. Conway can't quite get on the end of that, as Maradi does well to put him off, and then lets the ball run out of play. I said that's going to be a great battle to keep an eye on there between those two. Here's Otter now for West Adelaide. Happy to go back and play the Olivero. Olivero moving across from Para Hills in the off-season. Back to Banjak. Banjak now finds Otter. Otter up against Matsumoto. Otter looks to switch it and find Murati on the far side. And Murati's going to get there and does well to keep it in. He goes inside to Ivanic. Ivanic can't bring that one under control. Matsumoto goes back to Harpus, and Birkalla now will look to play out from the back. Here's Anna Janko and finds Conway in some space. Conway inside to Welsh and back to Conway. Let's see. Birkalla plays well past that first press. And they're met by a solid unit of West Adelaide players. Here's Vidmar. Goes wide to Conway. Conway up against Murati again. Great battle and chewing there this evening. Zakani looks for Conway in behind. Can he keep that one in? He's up against Fabrizio. Can't quite keep it in. It goes out for a goal kick. As things currently stand with the live table, Adelaide City first, West Torrens Birkalla in second. 1 point behind. Metro Stars currently on 41 points. As Metro Stars did come away with a 1-0 win over Comets. Here's Ayubi now. Ayubi up against Otter, goes inside, but Gollins there tracks back really well and wins that one. Now Otter for West Adelaide. West Adelaide able to play past the press. Fabrizio then finds Ivanic. His touch isn't the best, but Fabrizio's going to get there first, but then knocks it out for a throw-in. And with Campbelltown, with Comets losing that game, that puts them currently 8 points behind Campbelltown. I think with that loss, depending on Campbelltown's result this evening, they're currently 0-0 at half-time with FK Beergrad. I think that would suggest that Comets could be relegated after that result. Only one game to play. They do have a catch-up match actually against Stir on Tuesday night due to the stoppage of game last week, as that ball's long looking for Stam, and Harpers comes out and clears for Birkalla. Comets still have 6 points up for grabs. They are currently 8 points behind Campbelltown, so Campbelltown currently drawing puts them, even if they do lose tonight, Campbelltown, they will still put up 7 points clear of Comets. Comets needed to win, and I would say that is now relegated to State League 1 next season, as Matsumoto clears. Sakani can't get there. They're going to go, West Adelaide going to go all the way back to Jackson O'Donnell in goal. Vidmar for Birkalla as we took over the 20th minute, looking for Matsumoto, but that's never going to find him as it's too straight. He's going to go up for a goal kick. And chat to a local Who backs you and your team? It's better to be a member with RAA. Proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA for a number of years. As West Adelaide go long, Muradi loses out to Anajanto there, and Anajanto comes away with it. Sakonis now able to switch and find Matsumoto in some space. Feels the best option for him is to go back and rebuild through Clark, Vidmar, and back to Anajanto on that far side. Blackwood. Here's Sakonis now for Birkalla with some space. He turns, finds Sakani. Sakani under pressure from Muhatira, finds Clark. Matsumoto. Matsumoto kicks it around the corner looking for Ayubi, but Banjak gets there first and then finds Fabrizio. He's under pressure from Ayubi. De Oliveira, Banjak now for West Adelaide. And well played there from West Adelaide to play themselves out of some trouble. O'Donnell then, as a last resort, has to clear. Up to that point, they'd played very well to get themselves out of trouble. Ivanic does well. He finds Kirk. Kirk can't find his teammate, but regains possession. Here's De Oliveira now. Kirk. Golland. Does well to get past Sakonis and win the free kick. That's delivered from De Oliveira, and Harpus happily sees that one out for a goal kick. Birkalla will get us back underway with a goal kick. Short to Vidmar. Vidmar then to Anajanto. The press from West Adelaide. Anajanto goes long looking for Sakani. His flick's cut out by Muhatiro. Blackwood wins the second ball. Here's Conway now. Sakani finds Conway, gets it back again. Clark comes through and wins that one, but only as far as De Oliveira. He looks to play Fabrizio, but Clark in the right place and cuts that one out. Here's now Conway. Blackwood, Sakonis, Welsh. Birkalla now able to keep the ball. Again moving through Clark, and Ayubi under pressure. Clark able to get past Stan, then past Golland. He finds Welsh in a little bit of space. He finds Blackwood, and Blackwood goes wider to Conway now. Conway cuts inside and finds Blackwood. Blackwood, head up, looks for Ayubi. Ayubi now tries the flick. Can't get a piece of it, and O'Donnell collects. But great play there from Birkalla, building up through the midfield. And then looking for the Ayubi running behind, and he just can't quite get the touch needed. And we still sit at 0-0. Otter. Muhatira goes wide to Muradi on the far side. And he goes long looking for standing behind Vidmar, but Vidmar's going to deal with that one. Sakonis now does well to find Welsh, and Welsh in turn finds Blackwood. Again, Birkalla able to play themselves out of trouble. Ayubi now gets past two, finds Blackwood in a little bit of space. He's able now to run at the back line. Goes wide to Conway. Conway delivers, looking for Blackwood. Blackwood free head, and there it is. Blackwood on target again. 19th of the season, and makes it 1-0 in the 25th minute. Birkalla with a great finish, great build-up play, great play. And then Blackwood able to drift in unmarked into the box. The cross from Conway, put on a dime. And you don't need to ask Blackwood twice to put those away as he nodded it down. And it bounces into the top corner. And I think that's the night done for, by the looks of it, Bandjackers. I did notice during the warm-up he was struggling a little bit. And now that's, I think, him going to be done for this evening. We'll keep an eye on it. But West Adelaide are asking for subs to come, one of the subs to come back. I'll keep you updated on that one. But that is a big loss for West Adelaide. Banjak's been outstanding for them this season so far. He scored last week against Para Hills. As he makes his way off behind the goal, so we'll just keep an eye on that one. And West Adelaide will get us back underway, down a man at the moment, and down a goal. And it looks like they're going to bring Odenwalder on. He'll come straight into the midfield. So there is a slight change to the way they line up. It's allowed the experienced Dion Kirk to drop into centre-back now. As West Adelaide get us back underway. So an early substitution for West Adelaide, one they wouldn't have wanted to have to make. But the fact that, and that's a crossed in by West Adelaide, far post, Matsumoto clears from Odenwalder. First touch for Jimmy Odenwalder, can't quite find Fabrizio, and Birkalla come away with it. And it looks like the change was Dion Kirk will drop into centre-back alongside Muhatira. Golan will go inside a little bit more. He'll go inside into that Kirk position, that sort of playing in that 10 just behind Riley Stam, and Odenwalder will come out to the left. Birkalla now look to attack again. Inside to Sakani. Sakani able to get away from one, then goes wide to Conway. Conway couldn't quite get back from an offside position quick enough, and the flag goes up. It looks more like a 4-2-3-1 for West Adelaide. Ivanich out on that right-hand side. Odenwalder's coming to this left-hand side. Gollins drifted into the 10 role now. Stanley's the out-and-out striker as Welsh puts Fabrizio under pressure. Wins it back eventually. Here's Sakani now. Ayubi, Sakani again. All the way back to Matsumoto. Matsumoto now able to get through a couple and find Blackwood, but eventually loses out. And here's Fabrizio and finds Ivanich. Ivanich now looks to turn and go. Gets past one but can't get past Anajanto. And Ayubi now looks to find Blackwood, and Conway almost gets there in front of Muhatira, but does well. And De Oliveira now looking in behind for Stam. Stam up against Anajanto, and Anajanto gets the touch, but only as far as Stam, who regains possession. Maradi finds De Oliveira, back to Maradi now. Maradi weighs up his options. Cuts inside onto his left, goes inside, finds Stam, but can't get any further as he's blocked off. Ayubi loses out. Here's Vidmar now. Good tackle there from Fabrizio and wins the ball back. Here's De Oliveira now. Vidmar out of position but works back to win it. Here's Jared Clark. It's all a bit messy at the moment. And Clark, cool, calm and collected, plays out. Blackwood then beats Muhatira. Can he get there in front of Kirk? No, he can't. Kirk does very well to get across and plays Maradi, and eventually the ball goes out. It's going to go out for a West Adelaide throw as we tick over into 30 minutes now played. Thanks to One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Here's Otter. The game certainly stepped up the pace. De Oliveira, Golan, De Oliveira. Finds Ivanic now. Ivanic onto his favoured left. Back to De Oliveira. Stam touches Clark, reads it well, but Ivanic is there. Here's Odenwalder now. Back to Otter. And they try and play out through De Oliveira now. Here's for Butzira. Muhitira. De Oliveira. Adelaide playing the ball around well, and then Clark reads that well, but only as far as Muhitira. Play the ball around well there to find some space, but eventually cut out by Conway, and Blackwood can't quite get away from De Oliveira, and Fabrizio comes away with it now. He does well to find Odenwalder out on this near side. Odenwalder up against Matsumoto. Goes inside, finds Ivanic. Ivanic on his left, hits it, but blocked. Is AUB to get there first? No, Otter does, and he turns away from him well. He finds Odenwalder. He crosses. Blocked and cut out. Birkalla regain possession, but only briefly. Golan wins it. Golan now hits it. Harper lets it slip, man. Doesn't go over the line. Harper's there, heart and mouth stuff there as he doesn't hold it. A little kick out as well after the save on Ivanic, and Dennis Palajay just says play on. But heart and mouth there for Birkalla as the ball slipped through Harper's fingers. He was able to get back in time before it crossed the line. Adelaide has certainly turned the intensity up since that substitution. De Oliveira wins the throw in off Sakani. Kirk. Haven't seen a centre back wear the number 10 shirt since William Gallas days at Arsenal, I reckon. It's been a long time. Dion Kirk, Mr. Reliable, Mr. Variety of every player, a multitude of positions can Dion Kirk. Great player to have in a side to be able to do that. Birkalla have someone similar in Alan Welsh in their lineup that can also do that type of job as play out centre back, can play out front, can play in the midfield. As West Times Birkalla get the ball back and play from the back into Sakani, and they're going to again try and push the ball around as much as they can, move West Adelaide around. There's Clark inside and finds Welsh. Welsh now finds half a yard. Here comes wide just in front of us here to Matsumoto. There's a fence Odenwalder. He'll happily go back, and Birkalla will recycle and try and play out the other way. Here is Welsh. Finds Sakani. Muhitira close behind him. Does well and finds Sakonis, and now Blackwood on that left-hand side. Conway now. Cuts inside onto his favoured right. Pass one, pass two, finds Sakani. Sakani looks for Conway but can't find either him or Ayubi, who'd also drifted in. And Gento looks over the top for Blackwood, finds him. Blackwood up against Muradi. Keeps it in crosses, but cut out there by Muhitira, and he's able to play out, but only as far as Sakonis now. Sakonis for Ayubi. Matsumoto. Thought Sakonis might just come onto that and crack one from about 20 yards, and he decided not to. Good to see the young man have an effort like that. As Clark plays Sakani. Ayubi. Oh, finds Matsumoto. Matsumoto with a cheeky little effort of a chip, but straight into the arms of O'Donnell. Blackwood was coming in from that far post, but unable to get there in time. Press from Birkalla, puts West Adelaide under pressure. De Oliveira. Forced backwards, goes back to O'Donnell, and then O'Donnell clears, but Who gets there first? Golan does very well, and then he finds Ivanic. Ivanic then looks over the top for Odenwalder or Stam. Stam does well to get a touch on that in the favour of Odenwalder. Clark goes over, no foul, says the referee, now out for a goal kick. Over 35 minutes played here at Jack Smith Park. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. West Adelaide bench just asking where the free kick was of the man in the middle, Dylan Palajay. Straight through the middle to Sakani. Sakani then to Welsh. Welsh finds Ayubi. Ayubi looks to turn. Kirk wins that one. Good battle there between the two, and eventually game's played, and eventually Kirk fouls. Kirk asking how he gave away the free kick there. The man in there telling players to move away. Welsh will get this game underway again and does so. Goes backwards to Clark. And Birkalla again will look to build from the back. Try and draw West Adelaide out. And Janto finds Conway in some space. Sakani. Tight with Dion Kirk, and Dion Kirk gives away the free kick. Here's Sakonis now. He goes in behind looking for Conway, but that's nodded back from Muradi very well. And O'Donnell claims a quick round the grounds. Thanks to One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. There's still 0-0 between Adelaide City and Playford, and still 0-0 between Campbelltown and FK Beergrad. Raiders have managed to score the equaliser against the Cove in the HBG Home State League 1. In the South Australian WNPL, the Apex Steel WNPL final round, all being played tonight. Adelaide Comets 1-0 over Salisbury Inter. Campbelltown 0-0 with Metro Stars. Football SA up against Adelaide Uni 0-0. West Adelaide 3-0 up over Flinders United, and Modbury Vista losing 1-0 to West Torrens Birkalla. Modbury Vista need a result out of that game. They need the 3 points, otherwise they will be playing in the promotion relegation playoff. Here's Blackwood looking to turn Muhatira, but he wins it. Muhatira now comes away with it. He looks to find Stan, but cut out by, actually hit his own player in Ivanic, and Birkalla regained possession. Now here's Conway on the far side. Conway looks to take on Muradi. Cuts back onto his right, goes inside and finds Ayubi in space. Ayubi hits a block by Muhatira. Welsh, he's going to have a hit, does so from distance, and sends that one wide of O'Donnell's putt, far upright. And out for a goal kick. As things stand in the Apex Steel WNPL, Modbury Vista still currently sitting in that 9th position. Metro currently 2 points above them due to their current result of a draw. But like I said, if Modbury Vista get the win and Metro don't, it'll be Metro playing in that promotion relegation playoff. And that will likely be against, well, it will be against either Sturt or Adelaide City from the WSL. And currently Adelaide City sit in that second spot. So that will be one to keep an eye on. Muradi goes line, but cut out by Anajanto. Blackwood gets his touch. Sakani finds Ayubi. Ayubi can't quite get there, and Odenwalder gets there first. Here's Otta. Fabrizio finds Odenwalder now in a little bit of space. Odenwalder weighs up his options. He goes back to Fabrizio. Dolan. All the way back to Dion Kirk. Going long. Otter's managed to find himself some space in the box. It's offside. Trying to work out who that was offside. I didn't realise Otter had gotten that far forward to be in an offside position. The current top 5 in the Apex, still WNPL. West Adelaide have won the title already. Adelaide Comets in second, Birkalla in third. Salisbury in fourth and Campbelltown in fifth. Football SA unable to catch Campbelltown, so that top 5 final series is set. It's just the positions within that 5 still to be determined, as that's long from Harpers and finds Conway in space. Conway now looking for Blackwood. Blackwood up against Muhatira into the box. He's wide. Beats him, looks across, does so, and it's into the side netting, out for a corner. And will allow Birkalla to send forward the tall timber again. This time Ayubi will take the corner. Just watching players work themselves out in the box. Just interesting watching Otter trying to find the numbers of the Birkalla players, so he knew who to pick up. It looks like he's got Blackwood at the top of the box. Bit of a height difference, but we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, West Adelaide don't have a lot of height. As that's in from Ayubi, near post, cleared by Maradi. Clark gets there first, then loses out to Riley Stam. Now, Riley Stam able to find the ball inside and does so, finds the Oliveira, who finds Maxim Ivanic. Ivanic probably a little bit wider than he wants to be. Crosses, cleared by Yaho Matsumoto, beautifully in front of Odenwalder. Odenwalder collects. Ref says play on. West Adelaide still have possession. Crossed by Fabrizio, but cleared by Anajanto. Welsh knocks it back to Matsumoto, and he's able to clear, but only as far as Dion Kirk for West Adelaide. Great counter-attacking football there from West Adelaide. There's Otter now. Shoots from distance as he sees Harpers off his line. Not a bad effort at all. Had Harpers worried just for half a second there, and eventually just happened to see that one sail wide, but what a cheeky effort that was from Otter. As we approach half-time, it won't be too much time added on. We have had 1 goal, 1 substitution, so I'd like to see 1 minute of time added. We haven't had any major stoppages that I can remember. Harpers goes long looking for Blackwood. He wins the flick. Ayubi's going to get there. No, he doesn't. Otter does, but he only gives it away to Welsh now. Welsh finds Ayubi. Ayubi gets away from one. Met by De Oliveira. Tries to go wide. And he's got 2 now. Ayubi does well to keep hold of possession beautifully and goes inside to find Sakonis now. Sakonis finds Blackwood. He turns into trouble, but Matsumoto keeps it in. Welsh and Birkalla now happy to recycle through Clark and go all the way back. Vidmar will go wide to Anajanto. Try and beat the West Adelaide press. Anajanto finds Sakani. Now Conway. Beautifully played there from Birkalla. Can't quite find Ayubi. Oh, Blackwood finds it in the box and finishes to make it 2-0. The slip from Otter. And Blackwood is the man there on the spot to make it count. Second goal right before half-time in the 44th minute. And that's another brace for Blackwood. And puts Birkalla 2-0 up right before half-time. Worst time to concede for West Adelaide. And it's just purely an unlucky slip from Otter as he's tried to change direction. And it's left Blackwood with a 1v1 against O'Donnell. And Blackwood in his form, he's not going to make a mistake from there, and he doesn't. West Adelaide now have a hill to climb in this second half. As we get back underway, here's De Oliveira. West Adelaide have had their opportunities, but nothing really set in stone. They've made Harpers have a couple of easy saves. Harpers also letting one slip through his hands and recovering. Here's Odenwalder, offside on this near side. As Harpers will take his time as we tick over 45 minutes played. So it is now just any time added that we have. Keep an eye on Dennis Palagine, just see what he's going to play. But I would suggest it'll only be a minute or two, if that. As Harpers goes long, looking for Blackwood. Blackwood goes in behind Muatira, and O'Donnell comes out and claims right on the edge of his box and does well. And then gets the ball moving through Muradi. Back to De Oliveira now weighs up his options and goes back to Muradi. And then gets it back down the line. Met by Sukonis, but keeps it in, does well. Finds Golan, who finds Stam, and Stam flips it around the corner from Golan now. Muradi's onto it quickly. Muradi now up against Anigento. Gives that away with the back heel, and Sukonis cleans up for Birkalla, and here's Welsh now. Sakani, great little touch, finds Blackwood. Blackwood's going to just keep the ball moving through Matsumoto. Matsumoto cuts inside past Odenwalder. And he finds Sakani in some space. He looks for the clip to find Blackwood, but cut out by Kirk. And the rest played the advantage. Here's Muradi. Mahitira. Menchie. Palajai blows for a free kick in favour of Birkalla. We took over 46 and a half played. I thought there'd be too much time added as we approach half time. Here in round 21 of the RAA NPLSA. Only one round to go after this. And then we step into finals football as Anigento knocks us into the box. Welsh gets there first, but cleared by Odenwalder, only as far as Conway, and the ref does blow his whistle for half-time. And what a half it's been. Birkalla taking a 2-0 lead into half-time thanks to 2 goals from Blackwood. Another brace for the leading goal scorer of the league. Goals in the 25th and 44th minute for Blackwood. We're going to take a quick break and be back after half-time, so don't go anywhere. And we'll see you on the other side of half-time.
Actually, there's a couple I'm happy to give to you. I'll pass them on to you. Yeah, which one? Noah? Yeah, tall lad. Yeah. And I've got some going around. Tammy's back. She's the tall lady. She's the store manager. Nah, that's the little short old lady. No, Tammy's the older. She's she's only about 40. She's tall. She's always cooking the chips and everything on the fire. She's the store manager.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You can walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's gonna be all right.
Call up the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Playing the ball out now to his right back,
Busy now. Shatira overlapping run. Cittadini struck it well, and he's made it 2-0. Michael Cittadini with a fine right-footed strike. Great play by Shatira as well to leave the ball for his.
Plays it short. Atkinson goes low. Atkinson and finds the bottom corner, and there's the goal, the opening goal. Daniel Atkinson.
To internationalist Jared Clark. But Metrostar still have it. Here they come again. Cittadini on his left. Clever. Cuts it back to Gow. And that's Hamish Gow-tastic for 1-0. What a finish. And that'll spark some life into this game.
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
Got an injury on the weekend? Our walk-in sports injury clinic is open Saturdays and Sundays to support you. Located ground floor, Calvary Adelaide Hospital, Wakefield Sports and Exercise Medicine Clinic is keeping you moving.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
We are unbelievably proud to announce today a partnership with Variety, the children's charity, which will result in a scholarship fund for children within the state who are in need of help to participate in the game. The total amount of the fund is going to be $100,000, which is a significant amount, but it's going to support young children access football in the state.
One of the many trademarks that Variety has really is about inclusion and joy and community. And this scholarship partnership speaks to all of that. It allows children to be involved. It allows children from a community program to be involved across all communities. And above all, will provide them with a great sense of joy.
There'll be 3 tiers of scholarships. One of those is a participation scholarship up to $2,000. There will be 2 grants provided for pathway program players up to $5,000, and Tier 3 will be an inclusion scholarship between $500 and $1,000 to support young kids under the age of 18 whose families need support to access the game. We think it's a really important project that we've been working on for a period of time. Variety are an amazing charity. They provide so much support to the local community. The partnership's been made with Variety and Football South Australia contributing equally to the fund to the tune of a total amount of $100,000. We think it's an exciting development for the game in the state, and it's with great pride that we announce that today.
Still in the box, and it's another goal! We get rid of it, right?
And welcome back to Jack Smith Park for round two as we get underway. West Adelaide now kicking left to right in their all white. And De Oliveira goes long. Cut out by Sakonis. Parahills. West Adelaide with all the work to do in this second half. Currently 2-0 down thanks to 2 goals to Blackwood in the first half. Another brace for Blackwood puts them on to about 20 goals for the season. That does put in one more and it'll put him a goal a game for the season. Here's Ayubi now. Welsh back to Sakonis and he does well to find Vidmar, and Vidmar just gets his toe to it and Conway keeps it in. Austin Ayubi's down on the far side, and that was also a rough challenge on the Birkalla player here in Conway, and Ayubi's still down. I think it was a bit of a high bloke that caught him. Keep an eye on that as the trainer will make their way over maybe, but at the moment he's not moving. West Adelaide also had to make an early change thanks to, or due to an injury to Alex Banjak in the first half. He's back up on his feet, just hobbling a little bit. There's a drop ball and Muradi will gain possession for West Adelaide. Goes inside and De Oliveira eventually picks the ball up, and here is Kirk. Goes back to Otta on the far side. Odenwalder goes inside and finds Ivanic. Ivanic evades one, goes back outside to Odenwalder. Conway slips and finds himself on the deck, and Muhitira goes inside but cut out, and West Adelaide regain possession. Muradi back to Muhitira. Muhitira now wide to Golan. Golan back to Muhitira. Muhitira now finds Muradi, but he can't beat Enijanto. Ref says play on. Blackwood, Zakani. Muradi tracks back well and keeps possession, goes all the way back to Jackson O'Donnell in goal. Here's Muhitira. Goes inside to find Fabrizio. Luca Fabrizio then finds Golan. De Oliveira looking for Stam over the top. Stam can't get there first, and Harper deals with it and clears. It looked to be offside, to be honest, but flag didn't go up, so we play on. West Adelaide now with the throw. Here's Fabrizio. Back to Muradi. Muradi now cuts inside onto his left, goes backwards. De Oliveira, all very tight just in front of us here in the box, in the commentary box, and eventually finds its way into the box. Maxim Ivanic has the hit, but it goes wide on his favoured left, but couldn't quite put that one on target. Thanks to One World LED and Sportal systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Adelaide City in play for the 77th minute there. Still 0-0. Campbelltown now take a 1-0 lead over FK Beergrad. Raiders have got a 2-1 lead over the Cove in the HPG Home State League 1. 2-0 still here for West Tones Birkalla. And that falls kindly for Sakani off Muradi. Sakani crosses far post for Ayubi. Ayubi hits it and hits it wide. What an effort that was from Ayubi. It sat nicely for him to volley. He's volleyed it, and O'Donnell could only stand and watch as it went past his far post and out for a goal kick. Back to the Apex still. WNPL Adelaide Comets now down 3-1 to Salisbury Inter, approaching half-time there. Campbelltown and Metro Stars still 0-0 at half-time there. Football SA losing to Adelaide Uni 1-0 at half-time. West Adelaide 7-0 at half-time over Flinders United. Flinders United already relegated. And West Torrens Birkalla still 1-0 over Mowbray Vista. As the wind is starting to pick up just a little bit here. It has been a very calm evening so far. And Ayubi wins the free kick. He's going to allow Birkalla to retake the free kick. Also got a result in the Women's State League, in the Apex Still State League, and that is the Cova beating Mowbray Jets 1-0. That's a high up and under, and Matsumoto eventually puts it out of play. Odenwald not happy with Matsumoto's challenge. Turns away from Blackwood, looks to find Stam. Stam up against Vidmar and loses out. Sakonis now finds Blackwood. Blackwood now looks to go wide to Conway and finds him. Conway up against Muhatira. Cuts in on his right. Conway hits it and it's in! Takes a slight deflection and it's in. 3-0 to Birkalla. And that hill for West Adelaide has now become a mountain. His shot took a deflection. I think it was off the Oliveira. Sending O'Donnell sprawling to his left. The ball went back the other way. And Conway gets his goal in the 48th minute. West Adelaide now conceded right before half-time and right after half-time. And that's not what they wanted for their evening. Said they need the win to have any chance of playing finals football in 2026. However, I'm pretty sure that their aim for this season would have been to stay up in the NPL after getting promoted last season, and they are certainly staying up as Comets are relegated along with Para Hills for 2026 as Ayubi gets past his defender, cuts it across and it doesn't quite find the back of the net as I think it was Blackwood in the end, got the touch, but couldn't direct it goal bound. As Harpus comes out, way out of his goal and clears that one, and that's going to stay in. And West Adelaide have possession. Here's Otter on the far side. His unfortunate slip led to Blackwood's second goal. Then he had an attempt after that didn't go far wide or over Harpus's bar. It was a great effort. Adelaide wide, Odenwald in. De Oliveira hits it, and what a save that is from Harpus. De Oliveira with the volley, and Harpus with the reaction to push that one over the bar. He didn't have a lot of time to see that. The most fortunate thing for Harpus was that it was straight at him, but he still needed the reaction time, and he certainly performed there and keeps his clean sheet intact. That swung in and Harpus punches straight back to De Oliveira, who took the corner. He then goes inside and finds Odenwald. Odenwald goes down in the box, but no penalty. And he wasn't, he's waving away the referee there, saying I didn't appeal for a penalty. The biggest thing that is happening in the Apex Steel WNPL is the race for the Golden Boot between Kote Rojas and Nina Yamada. As Sakani wins that, but flicks it. He thought Conway had gone outside, but Conway had gone in behind. He's out for a throw-in, and Adelaide will take it. Maradi, De Oliveira, down the line to Golan, but he can't keep that one in under the pressure from Anajanto. Anajanto using all his know-how there to take his time with this throw. I think Yamada may have overtaken Kote in the Golden Boot race in the Apex Steel WPO, and Sakani wins a free kick there, which will again allow Birkalla to send some of their tall timber forward. I said they certainly have the height advantage over West Adelaide. Does force Riley Stanman, Maxim Ivanic back into their own box. This time Vidmar has stayed home for Birkalla and sent Clark forward as Ayubi and Gento over this one for Birkalla. It's going to be Ayubi. Sends it in. Goes all the way through and it falls to Sakani, and Sakani smashes it home from inside 6 to make it 4-0 to Birkalla in the 53rd minute here at Jack Smith Park. Dangerous ball in. West Adelaide not able to deal with it. It fell kindly for Sakani, who's not going to make a mistake from that close. And that mountain is just getting bigger now for West Adelaide to climb. Does have Birkalla sitting in second at the moment on the table. As West Adelaide get us back underway. Metro Stars on 41 points. That's cut out by Welsh. Welsh back to Conway, but Fabrizio does well to win that back and have his shirt held by Conway and gets the ball moving quickly. De Oliveira. Fabrizio gets away from Sakonis and goes wide to Odenwalder on the far side. Odenwalder cuts in on his right and delivers. Far post looking for Maradi. He's going to do well to keep that in. He does so and then wins the throw. As the wind's starting to pick up here at Jack Smith Park in the RAA NPLSA round 21 of 2026. Fabrizio crosses and cleared by Clark. Ayubi then just puts his foot through that one and clears. And Dion Kirk gets there first. Adelaide City currently leading Playford 1-0. Thanks to the One World LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions scoreboard. That win will keep them top of the table. Sakonis finds Blackwood. Blackwood's able to turn and get past Muhutira, who pulls him back, but then he releases him, and now he finds Sakani in some space. Sakani now into the box, and Dennis Palazrias flags for offside. He did try to play the advantage. And he's just apologised to the Birkalla team for not pulling the free kick earlier. And here's West Adelaide. Fabrizio on the far side. Finds De Oliveira, who finds Maxim Ivanic. Ivanic goes to Odenwalder, gets it back. Ivanic now into the box, hits it low, and Harpus with a great save down low to his right. Harpus certainly wants to keep that clean sheet, as that's a great effort from Ivanic.
digs a shot out of not a lot of space, and Harper's down low to his right. Strong hand to push it around the post. De Oliveira now will go across to take this corner. Birkalla readying their first sub. It's in. Harper's gets a punch to it and cleared by Clark. Out for a throw in on this near side, and now they're going to make that substitution. And it's Klassen Thomas coming on. And it looks like Austin Ayubi making way after a great shift from Austin Ayubi. Certainly proved to be a thorn down that side of the pitch for West Adelaide. And it will be a straight swap. Klassen Thomas will just go straight out onto that side, as that's into the box from De Oliveira, and that's going to clear everyone. And I don't know if Odenwalder's going to keep that one in, and he doesn't. Birkalla will get us underway as we approach the 60-minute mark of this game. Currently leading 4-0 thanks to goals to Blackwood. 2 to Blackwood, 1 to Sakani and 1 to Conway. Here is Sakani with a little flick. Blackwood now. He gets his flick. Sakani gets his further flick and cut out by Gollum. Cleared by Kirk. A bit of an off-the-ball incident there, and Kirk's not happy. Just telling Sakani what he thinks. Parjai is given a free kick to Dion Kirk after all that. Just an update in the HPG Home State League 1. Raiders now 3-2 over the Cove with only a few minutes left to play, with Raiders down to 10 men. Campbelltown now 2-0 up over FK Beergrad. Muhatira gets past 1. Gets past 2. Muhatira now into the half of Birkalla. Goes inside to find Gollum. Gollum now wider to Fabrizio. Fabrizio onto his right. Then goes and finds Ivanic. Ivanic hits it. And what a hit it is. And that makes it 4-1. Ivanic unleashes with his left. And Harpers can only stand and watch as that hit the back of the net. And West Adelaide might have a lifeline now in the 59th minute. Ivanic gets his goal. And that's certainly going to go into goal of the week contention. Stand and deliver from Ivanic, and Welsh wins the Blackwood wins the free kick there. Ivanic now on 14 goals for the season. Before tonight, sitting currently 3rd in the goal scoring charts.
What's the winner? What's the winner? Hang on. I'll bought 300 tickets. I might have it.
And Argento will take this free kick.
Last week's don't count, Nick. I wasn't here last week. We played away, remember? Thank you for the donation.
Argento goes looking for Klassen Thomas. He wins the flick. Conway's going to make an effort of it. Odenwalder gets there first and goes back to O'Donnell. Play through Kirk and then De Oliveira. He runs into trouble. Sakonis wins it back. Sakonis then finds Conway through the middle. Conway wide to Sakani. Sakani looked like he was going to try and kill that one, but all fine class in Blackwood, and didn't do either in the end, and that goes out for a goal kick. As Campbelltown and FK Beergrad into time added. Campbelltown were fighting for, they weren't fighting, but they were having to get a positive result to make sure they stayed out of that relegation battle, but with Comets losing this evening, it didn't matter. Comets now playing State League 1 in 2027, along with Para Hills Knights. Adelaide City still currently 1-0 over Playford as they're into time added as well there, as
Sakani gets away, finds Conway at the far post. Conway free header. O'Donnell with a great save there. Conway with a free header. O'Donnell just made himself big and he managed to get out a big, strong left hand, and here's Claston Thomas now. Can't find Conway and it's cleared by West Adelaide, but what a save that is from O'Donnell. Point blank range. And now, Odenwalder, can he get there and keep it in? He can. Odenwalder on the far side, up against Clark. Goes back to Fabrizio. Otter chips it forward looking for Stam. Stam wins a flick. And Argento gets there first, only as far as Stam, and the shot from Stam is blocked and out for a corner. West Adelaide getting their opportunity still, but what a save that was from Jackson O'Donnell for West Adelaide. As now West Adelaide have the corner, and Dennis just telling him to hold up on taking it for a moment. That's why the assistant referee is just having to tie up his shoe on this near side. He's ready to go. De Oliveira will swing this one in. Goes near post. Harper's punches. All the way back to Muradi. Muradi from distance hits it, and he skews that one wide. And no issues there for Harper's at all. And Adelaide will work quickly to get that back into play so they can get the goal kick underway from Birkalla. And go short through Clark. Clark clips it into Sakani. Sakani brings it under control but loses out to De Oliveira. De Oliveira now finds Ivanic. Ivanic runs out of room as he's tracked by Anajanto, and eventually Golan comes through and hits that one, but that's high and over the bar. West Adelaide, since their goal, certainly raised the intensity. And it's forced Birkalla to go to the bench. Birkalla's change coming on is Yates. And Abdullahi. Coming off Sakani and Sakonis, so it'll be a straight swap. Yates straight into the holding role for Sakani, and Abdullahi will come out onto this near side and it will push Conway into the middle. Up top goes Conway. We know Abdullahi certainly has some pace about him and trickery. That's long from Harpus. High, Blackwood up against De Oliveira, and De Oliveira wins it but only goes backwards. Muratira comes through and wins second ball. Welsh then gets a boot on it. Otter finds Maxim Ivanic. He in turn finds Stam. Stam up against Matsumoto and Clark wins out. Only as far as Odenwalder. Back to Fabrizio. Otter. Ball cut out by Claston Thomas, out for a throw-in on the far side, and West Adelaide look like they're going to go to their bench as well. Matsumoto's going to let that one go over the byline for a goal kick. And West Adelaide are going to go to their bench. And it is Strezda is going to come on. And making way is Golan. Just see how that plays out. It does look like they've pushed Muradi higher up the pitch. As Vidmar gets it short, then goes long. Claston Thomas loses out to Fabrizio. delivered by Oldenwalder. In behind, and there is Muradi, but he can't quite get a boot on it. And it goes out for a goal kick. Great delivery there from West Adelaide. Oldenwalder to the far post, and Muradi just can't quite get on the end of it as the umbrellas start to come out here at Jack Smith Park, which means starting to rain a little bit. Stresta's going to come straight into the middle of the park. Blackwood up against the Oliveira. Here is Stresta. First touch inside to Ivanic. Ivanic onto his left, but cleared by Clark. Conway's got a chase on. Kirk wins that one. Here's Odenwalder. Looks to go line and try and find Ivanic in behind, but Clark's going to get there first. Ivanic keeps it in. Ivanic crosses it. Oh, great cut out there by Harpus as Stresta was coming straight onto that one. And out for a corner. This game's certainly not done. I think West Adelaide's certainly got some fight in them. It's just a matter of how much fight they've got to cause enough havoc to create a goal. As that's far post looking for Ivanic. Muratira keeps it in. No, he doesn't. It goes out for a goal kick. As we tick over 78 minutes played, into the 78th minute at Jack Smith Park. And back and chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. I am a member of the RAA. Certainly has its perks, that's for sure. As Claston Thomas can't quite get on the end of that one, and Kirk clears only as far as Yates. Yates' first touch there, finds Conway, but that goes through. Here's Claston Thomas now, looking for Blackwood. Muratira cuts that out and goes back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell comes to the near side looking for Muradi. Muradi's going to touch that inside, but Welsh cleans up and then finds Vidmar. Vidmar finds Anajanto, who flicks it on, but only as far as Muhatira. De Oliveira looks to get past Conway and does, and then he looks to release Odenwalder in behind, but that's two straight, and Harpus is going to happily clean that one up and take his time with it. The game has finished between Adelaide City and Playford, and Adelaide City have come away 1-0 winners in that, and they hold on to top spot for another week going into round 22. As Claston Thomas can't quite get on the end of that, and Kirk gets there first and eventually gives away the free kick, does Claston Thomas. Campbelltown have finished 2-0 winners over FK Beergrad. Raiders in the HPG Home State League 1, time added, still 3-2 over the Cove. In the Apex still WNPL. Final round this evening as Muratira looks to go line but cut out. Here's Andy Jensen now, comes away with it. He finds Blackwood in acres of space, and he in turn finds Yates. Yates, fresh legs, able to run at the back line. He looks to cross and does so. He finds Abdullahi. Abdullahi a little bit wide, but he's drifted into an offside position. Apex, as I said, Apex still WNPL. Adelaide Comets losing 3-1 to Salisbury Inter. Campbelltown 1-0 over Metro Stars. Football SA losing 1-0 to Adelaide Uni. West Adelaide 8-0 over Flinders as Abdullahi into the box. Abdullahi now opens up, looks for the far post and sends it wide. Jackson O'Donnell could only watch as that one went wide, and Abdullahi couldn't quite get enough bend on it to bend it into that far post. Flinders losing 8-0 to West Adelaide, and Mowbray Vista losing to West Holmes Birkalla 3-1. So if things stay as they are there, it will be Mowbray Vista to play in the relegation promotion playoff. West Adelaide have the ball. Here's Maxim Ivanic. Turns away from Welsh and then goes wide, but Matsumoto cuts that one out. Here's Claston Thomas. Birkalla just trying to take the sting out of this game, as West Adelaide certainly tails up since that goal. As Vidmar clears looking for Abdullahi, but Muhatira, poor touch there, he gives it away. Burke's now able to play out. Here's Blackwood. Turns. Variety tracks, but Conway finds a bit of space, but he can't keep the ball in front of him, and he has to turn back. He's now got the ball. He's looking to play Klassen Thomas, but in the end he goes wide to Matsumoto. Here is Klassen Thomas looking for Matsumoto. Can't find him, but regains possession. Yates goes inside, finds Vidmar. Vidmar steps through the two West Adelaide players into midfield. Vidmar still going. Vidmar into the box. Vidmar hits it and forces a save from O'Donnell. But what a run that is from Vidmar, as he is now down after hitting that shot and running into O'Donnell. Just trying to see what happened there, as he did run into O'Donnell. Did feel that one. But what an effort that was from Vidmar, stepping through and into the middle of the park and then continuing his run. But West Adelaide unable to close him down. Eventually got the shot away. And he's back up on his feet. And it will be a drop ball to West Adelaide. Plenty of football still to come across all the leagues. Tomorrow, that is, in the HPG Home State League 1, Eastern United take on Adelaide Atletico. Fulham United take on Adelaide Blue Eagles. Modbury Jets take on Adelaide Cobras. And Cumberland take on Adelaide Olympic. And then obviously we then move into the HPG Home State League 2 North. Elizabeth Downs take on Barossa. Elizabeth Grove take on Angle Vale. Modbury Vista take on Gawler Eagles. Northern Demons take on Port Adelaide. And Pontian Eagles take on Salisbury Inter. And then in the HPG Home State League 2 South, Adelaide Uni take on Vipers. Both leagues have already had their champions crowned, or the top of the table crowned, should I say. In fact, that they'll both now play off next week for that promotion to State League 1. Garn take on Mount Barker tomorrow. Noarlunga take on Adelaide Titans tomorrow. Plimpton take on Seaford. Western Strikers take on Adelaide Hills as Vidmar clears in front of Stam. Here's Anajanto. He goes line looking for Conway. Conway tries to get the touch, but Blackwood might get there. Mutira does well to clear and find Kirk in the process. Kirk, De Oliveira puts him under pressure though, and Blackwood comes away with it. Here's Blackwood looking for Welsh. Oh, Abdullahi nearly gets there and eventually goes in off Welsh. Birkalla make it 5-1. As a ball over the top was looking for Welsh, but Abdullahi made something of it. And eventually it fell kindly for Welsh, who was able to knock it into an empty net past a stranded Jackson O'Donnell in the 74th minute. And that might just take the wind out of the sails of West Adelaide, who certainly raised the intensity since they scored their goal through Maxim Ivanic, left foot rocket. But Harper's had no chance in getting across to. And they've regained their 4-goal lead. As West Adelaide will get us underway again. Stresta. Here's Otter. De Oliveira now goes to Kirk. Kirk goes long, looking for Stam, but Clark's going to cut that one out. Klassen Thomas might win the seconds, and he does, and he can't quite find Blackwood. As Matsumoto loses out to Stam on the far side, and he takes the throw quickly, but can't. Eventually finds Ivanic. Yates almost cut it out. And Klassen Thomas does well to find Anajanto, and plenty of space on this near side. He looks for Blackwood, but Mahutiri does well to cut it out, and here's Fabrizio now. De Oliveira. Stresta finds Ivanic. Yates regains possession for Birkalla and comes away with it and finds Abdullahi. Abdullahi now. He goes inside to Welsh. Welsh under pressure from Stresta, and he's going to win the free kick and take his time with it. He looks for Abdullahi in behind, but Muradi can't quite cut that out and does find Abdullahi. Abdullahi up against Muradi, cuts inside onto his right, gets past the second, can't quite get past the third, but it does fall to Blackwood. Blackwood tries to play him back in, but eventually West Adelaide regain possession. Oh, loose touch there. Bad pass there though. And Klassen Thomas does well to win that one back in front of Odenwalder. Here's Yates now, looking for Klassen Thomas, up against Otter. And Otters gets ahead on it, forces it wide, and Klassen Thomas will probably let this one run out for a throw, and he does, and it will be a Birkalla throw as we tick over 70 into the 75 minutes being played. We've only got 15 minutes or so left of this game, plus any time added. Matsumoto will take the throw long, looking for Welsh. Welsh can't quite win the head, but it falls for Claston Thomas, and he can't keep his shot down. And it's actually gone out for a throw-in. Did catch it quite high, did Claston Thomas on the leg. It was out for off the shin, and Birkalla are going to go to their bench. They look to be bringing on Adam Lecornu, who has been out for a long time through injuries, only made some appearances off the bench.
300. Mark. 300 game.
And I've just been told that there's a nice touch as well with Lecornu coming on, that this is his 300th appearance in the Football SA Leagues, which is a phenomenal achievement. So congratulations there to Lecornu, who's going to just come in at left back. And the other player coming on was Amir Ibrahim. And he's going to come in at right back. Here's Abdullahi into the box. Forced wide, beautifully defended there from West Adelaide, and that's a rash challenge from Ivanic. I'm just going to see if he is the first player into the book this evening, is Ivanic, in the 78th minute. So a rash challenge there on Abdullahi. And Ibrahim comes on for Matsumoto. We'll go into right back, Lecornu in at left back. Welsh made way, and Energiento's been moved into the midfield. And that is all of Birkalla's substitutions made for the evening as Energiento swings this in far post. Birkalla win the head, but Jackson O'Donnell cleans up. And West Adelaide play short. Gordon fitting in at left back, which you don't see very often, I have to admit. He is being known as a centre back, but plenty of experience to play in that left back role. Does Adam Lecornu. Hitira will take this throw, and he'll go inside to De Oliveira. Sorry, Welsh has stayed on. It was Blackwood that came off. Apologies. Just look up and see a tall player come off. I didn't realise it was Blackwood at the time, but Blackwood unable to get his hat-trick this evening, but has got 2 goals to his name in this current 5-1 scoreline. And he will stay at 2 goals, just a matter of whether the scoreline changes. As De Oliveira looks for Strezder on top, and great touch there from Vidmar to prevent, and Harper's claims, and then looks to release. And he does so, looking for Claston Thomas. Claston Thomas up against Kirk. Claston Thomas gets there with the head in behind. Claston Thomas now 1v1, and he slots it home past O'Donnell, and Harper's with the assist, and that makes it 6-1. Claston Thomas coming off the bench, getting his name on the score sheet in the 80th minute. And what a night this is turning out to be for Birkalla. As they were under pressure, Strezder was in the box, but the great deft touch of Vidmar just kept it away from him. Harper's able to claim. Then Harper does what he does. He gets out to the edge of his box, and with his distribution, he puts the ball forward beautifully for Claston Thomas to run onto. He's able to out-jump Kirk, and then he's a 1v1 against O'Donnell, and he doesn't make the mistake. And he sends it into the back of the net. And West Adelaide get the game underway again. And as I was saying, Blackwood only scoring 2 goals of the 5. It is now 2 goals of the 6. comprehensive victory for Birkalla. Looks to be on the cards. Here's Yates in some space. He's able to look for Abdullahi in behind. Abdullahi now into the box, up against Muhatira, onto his right. Hits it, straight at O'Donnell. Save. Can't argue with Abdullahi wanting to get on the score sheet. Just need to start that one either wider or go a little bit higher. As that ball's forward, but Clark cuts it out. Clark turns away from two West Adelaide players and finds Classon Thomas, and here's Yates. He'll look to switch. No, goes back across and then all the way back to Ibrahim, and he goes all the way back to Harpus. Harpus back to Ibrahim. Here's Stan. Maradi. Welsh looks to find Conway. Conway up against Muhatira. Into the box on his right. Tries to find Abdullahi, but it's just in behind him. And back. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to remember with RAA. And One World LED and Sport Assistance for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. As we tick over into the 83rd minute, and West Adelaide now going to their bench and going to empty it out. With 3 players to come on. As Simopoulos makes his way onto the pitch for Fabrizio. Otter makes way for De Cooley. Dobrovolsky comes on as well. That's going to go all the way through to Harpus. The other change was Siddiqui De Cooley coming on as well. Dobrovolsky goes into the back line. The Oliveira goes up against Conway and comes away with the ball in the end. Odenwalder. Lots of changes for West Adelaide in that. Odenwalder comes to this near side. As Welsh wins that one, but can't beat Kirk. Kirk comes away with it. Here's Ivanic. He goes back to Dobrovolsky. He's going to do well to keep that in, and he can't, and that goes out on the far side. He's going to go in at left back for Otter. That's a long throw looking for Conway, and Maradi gets there, and Conway fills that one, and he's down, but still on the pitch, and West Adelaide get us back underway. West Adelaide will keep the ball moving. Anajanto closes Kirk down. He finds Simopoulos in some space. He looks to switch it and find De Cooley on the far side. De Cooley slips, and Ibrahim wins that one, and then he gets past the next one. De Cooley works his way back and regains possession for West Adelaide. And that ball put through for Stan, but eventually Palajai stops the game. So I'm just trying to work out who else came off. For West Adelaide. Muhatira has made way. Ivanic finds De Cooley out on the left. De Cooley then looks for Stan, but that's over here, and that's going to go all the way out for a goal kick. It looks like a back three now for West Adelaide. As we approach 90 minutes of this game, 86 minutes now. Currently 6-1
in favour of the home side, thanks to goals. 2 goals to Blackwood, 1 to Conway, 1 to Welsh, and 1 to Zoisakani. With West Adelaide's goal coming from an Ivanic left foot rocket that Harper's had no chance in saving, and then just watching it as it flew past him. Birkalla currently sitting second of the table with 1 game to go. Adelaide City getting their 1-0 victory this evening against Comets. Against, wasn't Comets, sorry. It was against Playford City. Apologies. Comets did lose, though, tonight to Metro Stars, which confirmed that Comets will be playing State League 1 in 2027, even with still 2 games to play for Comets, as they do have a catch-up game to play against Sturt midweek. Birkalla will look to just play the rest of this game out without too much fanfare. And we will go around the grounds as that's played forward by Harpers to Conway. Cove losing 4-2 to Raiders in the end. And back to the Apex Steel WNPL. Adelaide Comets losing 3-1 to Salisbury Inter. Campbelltown winning 2-0 over Metro Stars. Football SA losing 1-0 to Adelaide Uni. West Adelaide currently 10-0 against Flinders United. And West Times Birkalla beating Mowbray Vista 4-1. So at this stage it means Metro Stars, even though they are losing, it will mean that, and Mowbray Vista losing 4-1, that Mowbray Vista will play in that promotion relegation playoff against either Adelaide City or Sturt. And Stam looks to play in Odenwalder on his near side. Odenwalder can't keep that one in, and that's going to go out for a throw-in. What I'm hearing, Nina Yamada's scored a 4 at this stage, maybe more. I will see if I can find out how many goals she has scored, because it is a battle between Nina Yamada of West Adelaide and Cote Rojas of Salisbury Inter for the Golden Boot. I'm just going through now, and it looks like Yamada has scored 8 of the 10 goals for West Adelaide this evening. And the scary part about that is that Yamada has scored more goals in one game than Flinders have scored all season from all accounts. And Flinders not having a great year, as Moriarty just having a word with Conway there. As we approach 90 minutes, we're now 89th minute. Actually in time added. The clock here is a little bit slow as De Oliveira goes into the book. We are into time added. There cannot be too much time left. Looks like the clock was started a little bit late here at the ground, which does throw my timings out slightly, but that's okay. As Harpers goes long. And that rain is starting to come down just a little bit more now. Stam, touch to Ivanic. Ivanic can't quite gain possession, and Clark comes away with it. Here is Lacornia, the 300 gamer. As that's late from De Oliveira. He's just telling De Oliveira he's not going to book him on this occasion. I think he just booked De Oliveira, so lucky to get away with that one. And Adam Lacornia, the 300 gamer, comes away unscathed from that challenge. Dennis Palliger just has a look at his watch, as there can't be too much time left of this game. As that's long looking for Klassen Thomas. He brings that one down. Goes back to Yates. Yates will keep the ball. He's going to go all the way back to Harpers, and Harpers will go long. A bit higher than you'd expect, but that's eventually comes away with by Dobrovolsky, and he goes all the way back to Jackson O'Donnell. O'Donnell then back out to Dobrovolsky, and Dennis Palazrai calls time on this game here at Jack Smith Park in round 21 of the RAA NPLSA, with Birkalla
coming away 6-1 winners over West Adelaide. Thanks to 2 goals to Blackwood, a goal to Conway, a goal to Welsh and a goal to Sakani. And a goal to Klassen Thomas. And Ivanic getting the only goal for West Adelaide. As West Adelaide are safe from relegation. Now unable to play finals in 2026. But like I said, their aim would have been to stay up, going up a league. They would have been aiming just to stay up in the RA NPLSA. And they have done that. Birkalla, on the other hand, pushing for that top spot to get on the national stage. But they will be playing finals football as we have a quick look at the stats. Shots 17 to 12, shots on target, 10 shots on target for Birkalla to 6. But the key factor there, 6 goals to 1 in the end for Birkalla. Thank you for tuning in on the FSA League's YouTube channel. Get out and watch those games tomorrow, and if you want more football content, jump onto the One Game at a Time podcast live Wednesday nights. Thanks for joining me. I've been your commentator, Mark Talbot. We'll see you on the next one.
You got a blue and white one. Good.